Charlie. Two teams ready to square up. It's the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Amy Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go. First shot. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from the rookie year. He has ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, Young. That one just too far. Out in front, and it's incomplete. Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up third down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
He'll look deep, left sideline. That is not the way downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. But Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
I look on this to about the 34-yard line. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end, and Schultz. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Texans first down. First down, Houston.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And it's a good fit like that. He'll take this forward for a gain of 29. Here's second and a couple. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he just made the work and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
From the gun, he runs third down. It's Stroud. He's trying to get there on the ground. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
Kirk is the motion man. They'll run here. With Dixon. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Try to get here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal. That's caught. Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Now, Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to pick it up. On the return, it's Cuba Hubbard. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now on the first down for Chicago. And he'll bring this to about the 25. DJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's a second and 9. Here's a carry with a double. He's going to have that first down. Tackle made up around the 35. A gain of 10 yards.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Going forward for maybe a yard. DJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9. So, from the 37, here's second and 9. scramble comes in motion. Throwing on second down, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Young. He is taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. We'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He's putting it back on the line scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how he wanted to start this drive, Michael, and to get blown up at the point of attack. There was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Down Stroud. Adds to the tight end, Stover. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up. To throw is Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest for the catch.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It will set up 2nd down. Here with Mixon. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this 1st quarter. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. As they've got it with 1st and 10. Schultz, the motion man. 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it at Mixon. This time the swing becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That one incomplete. first down. And you just have to play this well right there. There's nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Fairbairn skip is good. And the Texans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, it's back out to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now screen set up for Dowell. He's going to be brought down up past the 45. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get on the ball, pick up the first down.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. And DJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle. At the 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Dowell. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, that puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He's hit athlete to the ball, goes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for that.
In trouble, and down he goes. And the former defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson. And for the sack, it's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun. Young push off there. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. We'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. He is stopped in his tracks. One of a couple on the play.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
On 2nd down throw for Stroud. But still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. Non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open. That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 4th downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's trying to get it with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's down on the other side of midfield, marking at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down for Houston.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Right side, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Stroud. Now, screen, shoot out for Marks. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Brings up 3rd and 3. Here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to cover. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If you're your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up to Nixon. He's going to be out of it quickly after a gain of about 1. Christian Rose moves. They're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll step up and run this. Here's a target against him. That's their 2nd. As they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He'll get that up to Nixon.
Complete to Joe Mixon. A gain of 4.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. The kick is good. And the Texans will open up a 13-0 lead.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
So, 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Al Young going for it all. And that was incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. Halftime coming up, and we'll take it out of Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Tremont Smith on the return. And they'll bring it to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The The Texans offense will have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What to do on this drive? 1st and 10. Schultz, the motion man. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Kirk is the motion man. They'll go right back to Mixon. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. He takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble. He gives that when he set it down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Texans 1st down. A gain of
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They will work the middle with Mixon. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and might have even lost the yard there.
Beck's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary. Just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
We'll try the right side with Marks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Throwing is Stroud. That is caught. Finding Higgins. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for Texans 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down for Houston.
Yes, what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. Field covers, wide open, nice conversion.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Kirk is the motion man. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
After that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he gets that one complete to Collins. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Look, great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike. where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, it feels like a win. So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
Throwing on second down. He's got it at the 3. And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
That's another Texans first down. First and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
To the end zone, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended. Challenge flag is out to Nico Ryan saying, I want another look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
Looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
Review the play. The ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out and will also cost them a timeout. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Dixon, and this one ruined quickly. Taken back to the 5-yard line.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Pressure gets there. Down he goes. The safety, Trayvon Berry, in there for the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game. As this one is also good. And the Texans will extend their third-quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down.
They're trying to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Young. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in there.
The best guys out there, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. From the gun, it's Young. A throw. Finally got it. Going to get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
47-yard line.
For a moment, it is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Young to throw on first down. Oh, taken down. They got it.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw, Young. That one taken in. Young. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Throwing down on third and long. That's taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's got it now. That's weekend. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what the defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Still first down.
Now another try at first and goal, albeit from a little further back. Young. He set up the screen with the Hubbard. And he will score! Game on. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, they are hacking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Panthers are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Texans offense make their way out to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. He's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
A lot of chances on the wheels, bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any CD can with the push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting the 4th quarter lead. They'll get a few yards on this return. Up past the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Shotgun. Young. He'll step up and run. Initially
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read. What they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Now, 2nd and 4. Here's Young. Going up top. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 53 yards. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one will be missed out. Pulled up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him out. Just not a lot of plays on that call sheet for the offensive coordinator for 3rd and a mile. So that's a huge sack there that they took on 2nd down. And barring something dramatic happening here, they might have just killed any chance of extending this drive.
Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Trevor. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain. So it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
That is incomplete. They had their chance to take it there with the trail late. Got a lot of pride as you wind up a turnover on down.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground, it's Martin. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. On the draw, it's He will be taken down. We'll see. And then when they use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Try to run for it with Max. And he's not going to get the 1st down. The man that is brought down the backfield on 3rd and short.
It's 4th down.
The Texans getting all set to punt. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. to go. How will this play out? We'll watch as they come up for first down. Here's your to throw. In front, take it in. He'll be out of bounds. It's a decent pickup of 5 on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
It is 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Young. Breaking it to the outside and complete. And I'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Looking to get to the marker, but he comes up short, out of bounds. He's right around the original line of scrimmage. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Young. He finds the big tight end, Trumbull. He's got down. The Panthers first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X